in there. This Ain't That podcast. I am Danielle Alexandria.
It don't even matter who I am.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to tell you, when you get through, none of this shit matter.
But the people care who you are, though.
Cause nothing even matters at all. Bitch, you been a catastrophe. No, you can't come after me.
Oh, wow.
Cause you don't even matter at all. Oh, my mama, I get naked in this motherfucker like D'Angelo when you get through. The biggest one, you know who it is.
Wow.
I'm not finna reintroduce myself. It came for us and the one. When you get through, tell you.
This man is wild.
Putting your ass down.
Oh, Lord. It is never a dull moment. That is a fucking fact.
It's gonna be done with you. I gotta pipe it all the way up. You know what I'm saying? You know how you is.
How
But
am
anyway, pop it.
You got any current events for today? Anything at all? Head ass.
I don't know what's been going on. You know, I don't be keeping up with the internet. Between doing this podcast and posting the podcast and editing the podcast and all that extra shit, I really don't get a chance to.
It is definitely a lot that goes into podcasting that people really don't factor in.
Man.
They
This
don't.
shit hard, bro. You think this shit just popping shit?
Just deeper
And
than
you ain't
that.
having a real team with you, man. This shit get, what's the word I be saying all the time? Frustrating.
Yeah.
But hey, we here to pop it.
Yeah.
When you get through. Get your popcorn, cause I'm finna pop it
Oh,
when you
God.
get through.
Definitely.
I'm trying to tell you.
There was something that just popped up on my feed. 3 teens were injured in the city after trying to rob a concealed carry license holder.
Oh, so, they tried to rob older buddy. He took the pistol from him and fired their ass down.
56-year-old man.
Look, this is a case of playing with the wrong motherfucker, man. You can't do what you're doing to everybody. Everybody ain't going, man. Straight up. Everybody's not going when you get through. You're going to get your issue. Straight up.
You can't be playing with people.
Nah. Man, motherfuckers got an issue with going to get jobs. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't let niggas think, don't let these motherfuckers make you think working ain't cool, man.
All right.
Not to saying that it is, but not to saying that it ain't. There ain't nothing wrong with going to get you a check, no matter how you going to get it. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to rob motherfuckers, if that's how you living, that's how you living, but shit come with that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's a fact. Definitely advocating for motherfuckers to get, like you said, get it how you live, but at the same time, you gotta understand motherfuckers who working for their shit is not really gonna be so fond of giving it up to a motherfucker who just want to take it.
Just everybody ain't going. Like we don't. I think we at that age where we see the young niggas dealing with old niggas, but these old niggas really ain't old niggas. They really the ones who taught us everything that we know, and we the ones who taught the jits everything they know. We know about the same shit. They get a little bit of the time's getting a little bit wilder. Just like you seen the nigga on the subway with the 2 heads in the book bag in the city.
In the city?
The man had 2 chopped off heads. Look the story up. The man had 2 chopped off heads on 79th on riding the bus in his book bag, man. I'm trying to tell you, he's just doing, he on KTB business. Cutthroat business.
So like how did he show them to people?
Nah, they smelt that shit and motherfuckers alerted the police.
This was
on the bus.
Recently?
Yeah, this shit just happened. He was on the bus and a motherfucker they was playing and tripping and all that shit. The bus driver alerted the police. They came and stormed that motherfucker and got his ass up off that motherfucker. 21-year-old black man.
Oh hell.
2 skulls in his goddamn.
That's disturbing as hell. And the things
bag.
that we
caught his ass right there on 79th. You know what's going on.
Yeah. I feel like I was hella sheltered. There's a lot of shit that I didn't see. There's a lot of shit that I wasn't exposed to. Where hearing, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that you have. I'm just saying there's a lot more shit that you've been exposed to where it would be traumatizing to me, and I feel like it's almost you're desensitized to some of the shit.
I done seen niggas get shot. I done seen niggas die in regular ways, getting shot, different type of shit like that. But I ain't never seen a nigga get their head. I ain't never seen a nigga get their head cut off. I ain't never seen a nigga decapitated.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's some different type of shit. Them niggas doing that shit in Florida though. On my mama. KTB business. Cutthroat business. Back door wide open. And them niggas chopping heads back there on that that Haitian shit.
No, yeah.
On my mama, they chopping shit up. But niggas be different. People be having their rituals and different type of shit like that. I don't know. You got to do something heinous to me to make me want to cut your head off, though. I'm a cleanly nigga. I don't necessarily want to get that dirty. I'll fire you up a couple times, but chopping your head off ain't.
That's different level.
That ain't in my shit.
Yeah, that's. I never heard that happen. Especially like you said, it's recent. Like within the last couple years or like couple.
The last couple days.
Oh hell no! Done. See, I tried to Google it and it's not coming up. That's why I asked. Something from 2017 popped up. But anyway, that there's been some just wild shit going on. There was a couple hours ago, there was a Colorado guy accused of like being a suspect in a mass murder, mass shooting with 305 charges.
Damn, what
like I don't know what. Look at him.
Oh yeah.
He looked like one of them. It's another gay nightclub. He opened fire.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. Don't think I'm having plenty of sympathy for y'all, and I'm talking about the LGBT community. We ain't cracking no jokes about this shit right now. Not right now. I'm with y'all. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. It's cool. What I don't want y'all to do is take people targeting y'all lately and making that a reason for y'all to equate that even more to the black struggle, because it's not that, and I never agree with that. Whatever, y'all got y'all own struggle. When y'all be trying to compare it to the black struggle and slavery and shit like that, it's not the same thing. But I do understand that y'all being targeted right now, and I want peace for everybody. I'm gonna say that in every episode that I could possibly say that shit in.
Yeah.
That boy, Hood Rich Pablo Juan, she don't know, but if you know, you know. They ended up giving that boy, he ended up taking he was sentenced to 15 years for the Rico case, but he must serve 5. I guess he's gonna do the other 10 on probation. I don't know, but if niggas know like that facet of music, especially that real underground type shit, you know Hood Rich Pablo Juan, man. And you don't know him, you done heard of him, man. But free that boy. You know I ain't gonna go without saying free the biggest one, the biggest slime, free thug. You know how it goes.
Tory Lane caught another. He's facing a new felony charge in relation to the Meg shooting.
He didn't shoot that girl. I'm trying to tell you, niggas don't. We can go into it. We need to have an episode on that, because I'll break it down on how.
You broke the shit down in a way that I ain't ever really thought about it.
I'm trying to tell you, listen, one thing I know firearms, I know gunpowder shit like that, I know all that, the shit going the wrong way. Plain blank period. One, y'all got Tory, he ain't got no gunpowder on him at all. Only person got gunpowder on him is Meg friend. Point blank period. I know how that shit went. One, they got kicked out of Kylie Jenner party. Boom. Mm-hmm. You get kicked out of the party, which means y'all was into it in the party. Point blank period. Y'all get in the car. Then you got to understand how they was seated. You got Tory Lane security in the driver's seat. You got Meg in the passenger seat. You got Tory behind Meg, and then you got Meg friend
behind the driver.
Security. Point blank period. When this shit first hit the fan, you see Meg ass had the shit on her foot. Real niggas know a gunshot wound. That was not a gunshot wound on her foot. Point blank period. But what did they mention a couple weeks after that? That she broke the glass. What did she break the glass with? Her foot, point blank period. So she broke the glass window. I'm finna break this shit down real quick. She broke the glass window with her foot.
Whole CSI.
Now, I'm telling y'all the seating. Her best friend, if I'm sitting in the passenger seat, her best friend is right behind the driver. Point blank period. I can see a motherfucker getting their hair snatched and a motherfucker kicking at the window. If you understand what the fuck I'm talking about now, listen, I'm breaking it down. And the motherfucker kicking out the window. That's how a motherfucker get the little shit on their foot. Point blank period. Now, a gun was fired. But I'm going to tell you how it was fired. Tory ain't had that iron on him. His security did in the driver's seat. You know how easy it is to snatch some shit off a motherfucker hip when you sitting behind him? Point blank period. She didn't shoot Shorty. She probably shot at the goddamn in the floor or something to scare her. You feel what I'm saying? Something like that. Like, woo out the band. But what she was mad at, y'all got to understand that Tory was fucking a friend before he started fucking Meg. Point blank period. The friend found out that he was fucking Meg and went in. Point blank period. Then Meg a superstar. So you really got another reason to feel some type of way about certain type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if that's my phone or your phone.
Won't even stop.
But I'm breaking this shit down for y'all. Tory ain't shoot that damn girl when you get through. He ain't shoot her. And I ain't sticking up for him. If he shot her, he bogus as hell. But I'm going off what I know, man. Real tired shit. That man ain't shoot that damn girl. Point blank period. Tory, that's my boy. And let me say something else. Y'all watch Meg flush this nigga career down the toilet. This is one of the most talented niggas we ever seen in our generation. Y'all watch Meg flush this nigga career down the toilet. If it come out that this shit was a lie, y'all better flush this bitch down the toilet and do whatever y'all possibly can to help Tory get back where he's supposed to be. The nigga putting out some of the best music he ever put out in his life. He not stopping. He back to back with this shit. And if this shit come out to not be true, and if he didn't shoot this woman, I need all the apologies coming from everybody who on Meg's side because y'all like this bitch music or whatever it is. And I ain't hating on her. I'm rooting for everybody black. But when you get through, I don't like seeing niggas railroaded for some shit they ain't doing for no reason and none of that extra shit. I got a feeling that she lying about a lot of shit. But it is what it is. We can move on.
Man. But that's an interesting spin, for sure.
I'm telling you what happened now. Period.
That's definitely, you said what?
Bitches get to acting.
I mean, I just would hope that they would be able to kind of iron shit out to a point where somebody who was being falsely accused of some shit, you know. If I were being falsely accused of some shit, I would want somebody to suffer to the fullest extent of the fucking law. That's really it. Because you playing. I mean, yeah, you can try to rebuild your career, but, I mean, there's only a certain point that you can really do that, too. When your name's kind of been dragged. In the event that you didn't actually do the shit.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, if he did it, give him everything he deserved and all that shit. But on my mama, if he didn't do it, we got to put that boy back on top. Because he was on his way up there. He was finna go up through there. And as soon as this shit happened, everything crashed. And,
he was kind of at his peak when this shit happened.
Yeah. So you see that guy Takeoff Killer. Mm-hmm. One, I want to say this. Niggas don't really know DJ Pat, where we from, but DJ Pat, the nigga who supposedly shot Quavo twice, shot him in the back, shot him in the head type shit. But, I'm saying Quavo, Takeoff. Yeah. I'm tweaking. Takeoff. DJ Pat is a well-respected DJ in Houston. Like, Texas fuck with dude for sure. So I'm trying to see how this shit'll play out. And he got big ties to Jay Prince and them, the whole Prince family. So I just want to see how this shit play out. But Takeoff died without a will, and that's leaving his family fighting over his estate and all of that. Like that. Yeah. So I think that Quavo, being family and being part of the Migos and all that shit, he should be able to.
If you don't have that written up, that's one of the things that's so scary. Like people don't plan death in a lot of cases.
Like I said,
having a living will especially in the Black community, is important. Just in the times that we're in, being able to kind of just have your family at odds. Like, you want to see ugly in a family, surrounded with some money.
Death is taboo for Black folks, and that's one thing. How can something be taboo that you know that you gotta do? Point blank, period. It's like going to school. Like, how can that be taboo? How could you have fear of that? Like, you gotta do it. Everybody gotta do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you got it. Like, it is what it is. We gotta start preparing for that shit better. Like, that's just a fact. Like,
one of my cousins is in insurance like that, and she shares stuff like that often. Like, especially like if you are a homeowner, or if you got monies off in different accounts, whatever, overseas, anywhere, you got different investments. Like, you need to make sure that you got your shit in order, where in the event something happens to you, these aren't some properties that motherfuckers gonna pay the taxes on that you ain't paid and get your shit.
Facts. I know I ain't gonna live forever. I'm surprised I'm still living. You feel what I'm saying? So, motherfuckers better start taking their life serious and shit. And I think that's what got me on the type of time I'm on, as far as working out and getting closer to God and all that extra shit. Like, I kind of didn't expect to be here this long, but I'm here. So I might as well make
what
the
you
best
doing
of
with
it.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Do something with this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead. Next topic.
Oh, shit. You want to get into the topic? Are you still popping current events right now?
That's up to you. Go ahead. This your episode.
No, it's not.
Yeah, this her episode. I'm gonna kind of run off. I'm gonna piggyback off her because, you know, she the enlightened one. I just pop my shit. Get your popcorn, because I'm gonna pop it. Tell you when you get through putting you down.
But no, I didn't have any more current events. For real.
All right, go ahead.
Being, I guess the topic of this, what, episode 9? Mm-hmm. Episode 9. Affirmation, like, versus appreciation. And I'll kind of break that down. Like, I feel like I don't want to speak for all women, but with a lot of women, we do like to be affirmed. It's almost coming with like a sense of reassurance for us.
All right, so let me explain something real quick. The people that's following for you know exactly what you're saying, but the people that's kind of following for me, they might need a definition of affirmation. Okay,
so definition: the action or process of affirming something or being affirmed, like emotional support or emotional encouragement. Is what
so give
affirmation
me some ways
means.
Give me some things that's affirmation for you. Like, give me an example.
Like in my partnerships, like, we don't have to sprinkle I love yous every day, all throughout the day, but like, you know, to have your partner affirm their love or how they feel about you, how you make them feel. I don't know, like even sharing certain things that maybe you inspire them to do X, Y, Z. Affirmations come in a lot of different ways. It could be something as simple like, hey, beautiful, when you walk by me. Compliments, reassurance, essentially, I don't want to call it, but a form of external validation from your partner to a degree could be like an affirmation.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Like compliments.
Yeah.
Things that women need. Or you think men need affirmation?
I think there are certain men who do enjoy. I dated a man who liked words of affirmation. And that may stem from different reasons. Like, you know, he liked to be complimented.
I'm going to compliment myself.
Okay.
So I ain't really looking for, like, confirmation from nobody else. If that makes any sense. Like, I got enough swag where I feel like, man, it just is what it is. I ain't looking for affirmation from nobody but myself, if that make any sense. Like,
true.
I don't know. I'm one of them type of niggas. If my girl was kind of giving me compliments, I'd be like, hey, chill out.
I'm supposed to do that.
I'm humble. So I don't kind of want to get no compliments from nobody too much. You know what I'm saying?
You just can be ornery a little bit sometimes. Because you don't want them to
I don't know what that means. You use a lot of big ass words like T.I. and shit. And I don't.
Like, it's not even all the way ornery. Like, you know, you just don't Like you don't receive compliments well because you don't like to be complimented, right? But that person's intention wasn't. They don't know that about you off top. So somebody could meet you for the first time, see you like I like your hair, right? And you can't get irritated with that person. They don't know your mannerisms. I'm just saying sometimes just receive a compliment. Now if a person's just over fucking doing it, that's one thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like, and then the other, obviously y'all know what appreciation means. I don't need to define what appreciation means.
Appreciation is affirmation for men.
That's what I was just about to say.
You feel me? Like, I don't need you to give me a bunch of compliments. I ain't no woman. Just let me know you appreciate me. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all. Like, appreciate me. Appreciate what I'm doing. Appreciate what I bring to the table. Appreciate me as a man. Appreciate this dick. Appreciate everything you can possibly appreciate. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything that I bring to the table. Show me that you appreciate it.
Value, grateful. Yeah.
I ain't necessarily got to hear a bunch of compliments all day. I know I'm fine, black as hell, having it going on when you get through.
Right.
Yeah, ain't nobody got to tell me shit.
Would you say
when you get done?
Are you a
one
cocky
of them
person?
Ones. Huh?
Would you refer to yourself as a cocky person?
I think people see me pop shit on the podcast and be like, I'm not cocky in person. I don't say I probably don't say too. You know me. I ain't got too much to say. I kind of want to be isolated. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're to yourself.
Yeah, like I get on here and I pop it because I know motherfuckers want to see me pop it. Nah, stop it. But goddamn, and just in general, I'm a laid back dude. I probably ain't got too many words. Most people who probably see me around the city or something like that, that's probably why like motherfuckers watching. They like, damn, I ain't never seen anybody talk like that before. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's time, like when the camera come on to pop it, but in general, I ain't talking too much. Like affirmation ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, I kind of could not be talked to for 24 hours if that make any sense.
Yeah, that's a long shot. What would you say kind of made you more isolated as a man?
Life in general, ups and downs, heartaches, good times, all that extra shit. Like, it's a bunch of shit made me want to be isolated. When I got it's been certain times where, bro, it's just a lot of shit. I realized that the type of person I am ain't the typical type of person. So it's very rare that I come across somebody that's like me or that give a fuck about the same shit that I give a fuck about, or just into the same shit I'm into. I'm very eclectic, very on my own beat. So I'm different. So it'd be a lot of like, a motherfucker can look at me sideways, like. But in general, if you get to know me, you kind of understand, like, oh, okay, I understand how he got this way. You know what about you, though?
What about me?
I'm just saying, in general, like, what's affirmation for you?
I kind of said, like, just somebody being able to be vocal in how they feel, like, towards you. Like, in a relationship is more or less for me. Like, I don't need people just affirming me all the time. But, like, even in your relationships, this shit's nice to hear. Do I need it constantly? No. But for the presence of it to be there is important. Somebody who knows how to vocalize how they feel.
So you one of the type of women that need to hear, "Oh, you beautiful, baby."
Not
sexy ass,
just not nonstop. Because sometimes at a certain point you may feel it's ingenuine if you hear it too much. Now, am I saying say I'm beautiful once a month? Like, probably not. Like, it'll just let it be natural.
Right.
Let it be natural. Not that you got to wake up every day and like pour out your heart to me every day.
I don't want no affirmations. Just don't lie to me. That's my thing. Don't listen. If we fucking, I don't need you to put on the show and do the extra moaning and If you feeling like that, for sure. But if you ain't, let me know. Point blank period. I can about fix that or whatever. Like, y'all gotta understand. Affirmation different for niggas. Like, we don't give a fuck about a lot of that shit. I don't need to hear it. Listen, I'm one of them ones, right? And I say this with all humbleness.
Lord.
My girl ain't gotta kind of tell me like, oh, you fine and nothing like that, all that extra. That shit coming through the Snapchat, that shit coming through the Instagram, that shit coming through the Facebook and all that extra shit. I kind of don't really, I think my girl know, like, hey, I wouldn't even be with you if you wasn't one of them ones. So, like.
Yeah, same. Like, I think that's natural for people to, you should know that the person that you're attracted to or the person that you're dating is going to be desired by somebody outside of you. I think it would be goofy to think that it isn't.
You keep saying that, but you probably should elaborate on that a little bit more.
How? Like, what do you elaborate what?
Like, what you mean? Like,
if you find something beautiful, it would be crazy for you to think that somebody else doesn't also find it beautiful.
Did you see the simplicity in how you just said that?
I'm kind of high, so you might get you might have to knock at the door, but I can give it to you a little more simple. That's how I am. You know?
Yeah, shorty with all the loops and turns and all that extra shit.
I'm a writer, so I'm used to the shit.
Very eccentric and all that extra shit.
That's me. But it can be
Erykah
simple.
Badu.
I don't.
But motherfucking yeah, I just be trying to get her to simplify shit a little bit more and don't dumb it down for me and mine. You feel what I'm saying? Still be you.
Right.
But kind of
sometimes when I'm fucking talking, it's like I'm writing a paper. I feel but my thoughts be structured like that in my brain.
So you would take something and make it a paragraph, and I'd be like, okay, I like the paragraph, but can you make it a sentence for me?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Niggas could try sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think what I do for work and me being, being in school too much, definitely made me like that. Cause elaborate on that. It was always elaborate on this, so I just fucking started talking like that.
Good elaborator.
Yeah, definitely give you the fucking details. Sometimes too many. But like you said, you kind of touched on what I was gonna ask. Like, what does it mean to you? So, like appreciation. Obviously, you're gonna be on more the side of being appreciated more than you being affirmed. What does it look like for you to be appreciated? Like, in what ways can somebody demonstrate that appreciation? Or is there anything like specific, something that somebody would do? Aside from like,
so I'm trying to figure out a way to say this without sounding sexy.
I was just about to say, what, suck your dick? Some head, attention, sexual
That's
attention?
men affirmation, but at the same time, that's gonna be done. I ain't really kind of like,
right.
I wouldn't say that. That's just gonna be done. I expect for me and my woman to be, I expect for our sexual chemistry to be halfway decent or to great. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't what I'm talking about. Just appreciation in general. Like, man, I don't need a motherfucker to tell me, hey, you fine and nothing like that extra shit. That's kind of what women need. Like, oh, you're beautiful and all that. Bro, hey, I appreciate you taking care of this, or I appreciate you doing that, or you know what I'm saying?
Recognizing what you do.
Plain blank period. Because in all right, cool. If you ain't got that type of shit going on, cool. But if you do, trust me, if you dealing with a nigga and you do appreciate him, but you don't kind of let him know that, whether physically or with words. He got one foot out the door, whether you know it or not. And one thing I know about women is y'all cannot tell when y'all nigga got one foot out the door. Plain blank period. That's why y'all always blow up when y'all get cheated on or when a nigga want to leave or something. Oh my God, it's always the end of the world. And y'all want to do all the extra shit because y'all don't realize when a nigga got his foot he got one foot out the door in the first place.
Do you think that it's because in a lot of times women might prioritize how they feel as opposed to their partner?
Yes, point blank period. One, the only thing that matters is how they feel, and then two, they head in the motherfucking clouds. Nigga could be going through depression, taking care of her. She can't see it. Everything just normal to her. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's important that you have kind of
vice versa. It's some women that go through that shit too. Let me not make it seem like I'm sexist. I'm on y'all side. Point blank period. It ain't nothing more important in this world than a woman. I'm trying to tell you, when you get through, you know, niggas be popping their shit, but in general, y'all make the world go round. And this ain't got nothing to do with no pussy. I hate when bitches say pussy make the world go round. All that shit. Suck a dick when you get through. This is just about y'all being the bearers of life. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
So I think that's why it's important to have those kind of check-ins in your relationship. Like, not even on no stroke my ego. I want to know how happy you are. But is there anything? One of my friends had said this in her relationship. Like she said, they do this every so often. Before they go to bed, it might be on some, did I do anything that I need to apologize for today? Or that you would like for me to apologize for today? And it was just like, I didn't think about the shit like that. But like, sometimes we go throughout our day-to-day emotions and we don't really factor in how we make somebody else feel. Or we could have been dismissive and not even intentionally so. Like you said, motherfuckers' head be in the clouds sometimes. I might not have even known that I came across in a certain way, but I did. And you took, you felt the way about it. Fucking say something.
Right. Communication is big. When you're talking about relationships in general, like, bruh, don't be one of them, and on the men and women side, don't be one of them people that just put up with shit till you can't take it no more. Because you speaking about something could be the difference between somebody fixing it right away or them showing you that they don't really give a fuck about you. One or the other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not into talking to a motherfucker about something I dislike too much. Like, hey.
If I have to mention it too many times, you also,
you saying fuck me blatantly. Like, you blatantly saying fuck me. If you doing shit that I don't like, numerous times, that's what I didn't explain to you. Once I explained it to you once, hey, I ain't fucking with this. And you continue to do that or rock with that or, you know what I'm saying, different type of shit like that, you basically telling me, hey, fuck you when you get done.
Damn. That's true, though. You shouldn't have to repeat yourself in certain cases. Like,
I ain't finna keep doing it.
Or if I bring something to your attention that is that serious, I would anticipate you kind of making some changes if you cared. Like, can we dictate how a person does everything? No. But if it's some shit that they can change or some shit that they can improve on, like, let it be those things. Sure. This definitely ain't no just nitpick a motherfucker that ain't it. There was something else I wanted to ask you about this shit.
Has it ever been a time where you was in a relationship and you was yearning for affirmation and didn't get it?
Yeah. That was also, I'm a big person on accountability. Like, I have to own that part. Like, I wanted it from a motherfucker who never demonstrated they were going to give it to me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So you was dealing with somebody
and hoping for your relationship to be a certain type of way, but it never got there.
Yeah, it was one of those kind of situations. Definitely like younger 20s type relationship. Like, everything was good aside from the fact that I kind of started to not want to be on no situationship type shit, and whole time motherfuckers had they was living with a girl and I didn't even fucking know. Had a baby on the way.
But y'all started off fucking. And you knew that. That was clear to you.
What?
That y'all was just fucking.
Yeah, for sure.
You knew
so that's what I'm taking.
Woman too.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No. So
it was clear that y'all was just fucking.
It was clear at the beginning. And that's also what I wanted at the beginning, for sure.
Right,
but eventually I was like, yeah, I kind of wanted something. That's why I said I take accountability for how shit spins. So you can't like one person can't be on no, I want this to be that, and then whatever the case.
There's nothing more attractive about a woman than a woman that's able to take accountability, because we dealing with an era of women that can't take accountability for shit. When you get through, like, that's a fact. Like, hey, I know I did what I did, but shorty, you ain't gonna sit up here and act like I ain't did nothing, like you ain't did nothing. Right.
You gotta be able to kind of see your part in the way that certain shit spins sometimes. I'm not one of them who's gonna be like, oh, well, he did this to me. Like, at a certain point, you gotta, I understand, like, the dick was great. Motherfuckers lost their shit. I was like, all right, look, I can't just fuck on you. Like, I don't want just that.
It was great.
It was great. It was great sex at first. We was cool. Talk about, this was like my friend, right? Mm-hmm. So at that point, it was on some, we have great sex together, cool. We, we both enjoy certain subjects, or we both into music here and there, whatever. You in your own way, me in my own way. whatever. Like, so we had a cool friendship first, and I think that's kind of what fucked shit up for me. Because I was just like, nah, I done fuck somebody who's my friend, and low-key caught feelings for a motherfucker who also got his own side shit going on. I ain't even fucking know. So I'm kind of wrapped up in my feelings. You, at that point, you got to kind of just eat that shit. Like, you know that this could have been potentially something that wasn't going to develop into something more, but I was at least vocal about how I felt, so that I could stand on. Versus being a motherfucker who wanted something and never spoke on it. Then later down the road, motherfucker ended up wanting to be on that with me. And it was just like, nah, I'm good at that point. Yeah.
How long was you fucking with him before you knew you had a woman?
Over 2 years.
So this is one of your best friends.
No, he had a baby on the way with this girl that he was living with. So at this point, right.
This one of your best friends. Mm-hmm. All this shit going on, and you go 2 years without you knowing it?
He ended up being with her after the fact, like long after the fact. So this wasn't when I met him, he wasn't with nobody. But me being in the burbs, him being in the city, he would most times come out here. So he was just kind of on some double life type shit. Like, he's coming out here faithfully all the time.
Okay.
Right?
I can see that.
And
Two
then,
different cities,
and
for sure.
Yeah, so like, you know, I go out to the city sometimes, but when I go out to the city, he and his cousin had a spot, so I'm going over there. Sometimes we working on music. Cousin worked with the man. I ain't never known none of this shit. But then it was just like, oh, damn. Once I knew that he had a girl, I stopped talking to him because I'm not on no home wrecker type shit. I'm not on no...
Let me ask you something. As a woman, how much could you want a man if you the woman that give up when you found out he got another woman? Do that make any sense?
You got somebody you live with over there. So my mind at that point, I didn't want to keep... Like, you showing me what you want. You didn't make it a thing with me. Like, you got a baby on the way with her, whether that influenced your decision to be with her.
Maybe she just got pregnant before you did.
Could have been that way. But that's not for me to decide who this man should be with, like one versus the other. And I know that for me, I didn't want to be with nobody who was living with somebody else and about to have a baby.
Right. Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I'm good. But yeah, I would say that was the one. Like, I kind of just wanted shit to be more than what it was, and then once shit kind of spun out the way it spun out, it is what it is. But yeah, I take accountability for that shit. Now, if I continue to fuck with him, knowing that he was with her and had a baby on the way, I wouldn't feel good about myself.
Have you ever fucked with somebody, man, for
knowingly?
You possibly?
No. I don't move like that.
I don't believe it.
You don't have to.
I don't believe it.
You don't have to. I wouldn't want to make a woman feel like that. I wouldn't want to make a woman feel like that for real. I wouldn't. I've seen it.
Your word be your bond to me. When you say some shit, I believe you because you don't cap to me about shit.
Yeah.
You talking shit.
We know you got to do that for these people.
I talk shit just in general.
Yeah, you do. But yeah, I wouldn't want to make a woman feel that. And I think that there's a lot of women who are hurt or who've had it done to them, so then they don't feel as though they should feel any kind of way about doing it or making another woman feel that way. I like to sleep well at night knowing I ain't fuck over nobody.
The majority of people, when on the women's side, the majority of the ratio of women that sleep with their motherfucking friends, man, is high as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't think that people realize that. Like,
super.
I don't think it's ever been a relationship that I ever been in where my woman didn't have at least one friend I could fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Women do all this protesting and women's rights and equal rights and stick together and support black women and y'all, just women in general. Let's not make this a black thing, but just y'all swear up and down y'all cheering for each other so much. Mm-hmm. But I think y'all do that because in reality, y'all don't fuck with each other in general. I do not think women support each other at all. Y'all biggest haters. Where niggas hate on each other too, for sure. But for the most part, we ain't sitting up here cheering that, oh, we the best of buddies and I support niggas because I support niggas. When I share niggas on the music side, sharing niggas videos and all that extra shit, that's me supporting, putting niggas shit on my page and different type of shit like that. That's cool. Y'all sit up here and swear up and down y'all so for all that shit, but women do not fuck with each other.
I have my circle of women that I fuck with heavy. And I feel like majorly what causes potentially what I would see being the main cause of that is just competition. Women have been pitted against each other since the beginning of time. Compared by, comparison, complex type shit. You got people who are in competition with each other. So how can I support who I'm in competition with mentality kind of thing? Not for me. I'm not speaking for me. But I'm even saying that even in certain friendship circles, I've had friends in competition with me and I didn't even fucking know it.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm loving on you, shorty. And whole time you in competition with me. I'm not competing with none of my friends. I want to be inspired by my friends more than fucking anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
and on the man side of shit, as soon as I feel like my partner competing with me and different type of shit like that, I probably ain't kicking it with them too much like that.
Because at that point, you almost a liability.
Yeah.
So, I don't. That's weirdo energy for me. Like I'm not, in competition with my friends. We can inspire each other. We can uplift each other. That's how my type friend circles is. Like I don't have very many people I allow to get close to me like that anyway. But
okay, so affirmation wise, what's the greatest thing ever been done for you?
You talking about like maybe like an act of service?
Whatever. Think of affirmation and think of the greatest form of affirmation that a guy has ever shown to you.
I like wrote a song for me type shit. Like I'm big into shit
like that.
Like it wasn't very like say my name in a song type shit, but it was shit as I would listen to it, I'm like, yeah, like you talking about me. But it was like subtle. I like that. I like music though.
I done wrote songs about bitches, but I ain't wrote no songs for no bitches.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if ain't nobody ever made me feel that way, or if I just didn't want to give a motherfucker that much credit for making me feel that way. But I ain't never wrote a song about a bitch. But I know I ain't never wrote a song for a bitch, but I definitely wrote plenty of them about the slut bitches when you get done.
What did they do to you?
When you get through.
What did they do to
KTB,
you?
cut your business. But so writing a song is
it was like the gesture. Yeah. Like when it comes to like I can be complex, but it be real simple shit that'll do it for me. Like I'm not asking for the fucking world. Like just to be able to put some thought into some shit and make it feel special. Like, yeah.
See, she one of them different type of motherfuckers. She want to hear poems and she wants you to sing R&B while you rubbing her toes and different type of shit like that. Hey man, when you get through, everybody ain't that eccentric.
You just asked me what was something that stood out to me. Like I've definitely had affirmations expressed to me in different ways.
Yeah, but just because a nigga don't write a song
I
about
didn't
you
say
don't mean he
that.
don't fuck with you.
But did I say that, y'all? He asked me what was like a standout moment.
And affirmations get greater than writing a song about a motherfucker.
But that was an affirmation is words. Like, so are we talking love languages in general?
If you want to get into
so
that.
then that's different. Like I'm talking like words of affirmation. Like he kind of low key finesse some words of affirmation into the song. That's why I referenced that. But beyond that, I don't know. Like it could be a simple thing like I'm used to doing a lot of shit myself. So I didn't really realize how big acts of service were to me until later. That like, damn, I appreciate a person like lightening my load. Like I'm not screaming, oh, independent woman this, I don't need a nigga for this. That's not this at all. I'm saying that I'm used to doing shit myself. So to have the option of having a person care enough to do certain shit, acts of service is a lot to me. I'm a big physical touch person too. So
women been screaming independence for so long and they don't need niggas for so long that niggas is starting to do that shit too. Niggas is what I need a bitch for type shit, and that's some of the
corny.
Excuse my language, but yeah, that's cornball shit.
Yeah,
like,
super
hey,
corny.
Women need men,
And
men need women, hands down.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. If the shit stop, the world stop. This shit need to happen so the world keep going around. Stop all this. I think we need to have open conversations to fix what's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you got, in order to do that, it's not going to be conducive until you have people who are willing to take accountability. If I'm not willing to take accountability for what part I've played in the damnation of some shit, then it's not even a conversation worth having.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think that we are there as a people, not just trying to make it about the black community, but
now on the other end,
your phone.
on the other end of the shit, what have you done to show appreciation to your nigga?
I'm
like, let's reach the top shit. Like, what have you done that's been the top shit?
like, in the event that he needed me to support him in any way, like, you know, it could have been a moment where he needed me, and I availing myself. I'm a very, like, nurturing person, so it could be as simple as me, you know, like, babe, what you eat today? Make you food. Like, food is a love language for me.
You like to eat though. That's different.
I really like you gonna tell these people that, like, I don't even really eat a lot. I like good food and I love to cook. That's my thing. I more so love cooking for other people than so much myself.
But as a person who cook 24/7 and all that extra shit versus a person that eats to stay alive, food not really a appreciation thing for me. Like,
Right. I understand. You know, that might not.
I think people need to stop using food to celebrate. I know that sounds crazy, but
yeah, I get what you're
just
going
in general,
with.
like, bruh, like, we overdo it with a lot of shit. Like, bruh, this ain't even what this for. Like, I don't know. I just ain't even big on gluttony, so I ain't even somebody cooking for me or something like that. Yeah, I appreciate it, but in general, hey man, I go cook 2 eggs and call it a motherfucking night. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I said, I eat to kind of stay up.
Yeah,
I eat.
That's not. I'm not saying it's gonna move everybody, but I'm saying, like, that might be a way that I demonstrate.
So you
the
think
way
cooking and your way around the kitchen is the biggest way of appreciation?
No, I'm nurturing. I'm very nurturing. So, like, I provide that space for you to be heard, kind of a thing. You making me sound pick me as fuck, but, like, being able to be attentive to your partner, like, I don't like that shit. Being able to be attentive to your partner and giving them the space where they can, you know, freely express themselves. Now, even if it's a difficult conversation, because I believe that too. Like, if it is a difficult conversation, I'm a soft ass motherfucker. Right. But I want to hear what you got to say. I want to know how you feel.
Cry baby on my mama. She is a cry baby. Cry about everything. Let something be going wrong with the podcast. Cry baby on my mama.
He is capping.
Cry baby. She a real cry baby.
I'm a sensitive person. So
overly sensitive. Y'all can tell. Just green bean. Ain't never been through shit. Cry over the littlest, smallest shit.
That is not true.
Nigga from the trenches gonna tell you, hey man, it get greater later. Jada Waiter, trying to tell you, relax. It get greater later.
This one. But yeah, so, like, I don't know, just, like, creating a safe space for him. Like, in the world where he might not feel that, you know, creating a space for him.
Yeah, I will say that. I guess that is a thing because we living in a place where it ain't okay for you to express how you feel as a man. Like, shit, we ain't got too much room to that. And no, motherfucker, my girl asked me, like, hey, why you don't really be telling motherfuckers how you feel or talk more? For what? Shit, when has it ever been a safe space for me to explain how I feel to a female?
I don't think society created that.
If I want to cry about some shit, you a bitch ass nigga. If I want to, you know what I'm saying? If I show too much aggression, I'm a goddamn angry ass nigga. If I'm, you know what I'm saying? Different type of shit like that, bro. It ain't no. If you do too much of anything, you condemn for it. And
I feel like that's on both sides. But in the case of, like, with men, like, I don't know. That's why I am the way that I am with my guy. Like, talk to me about how you feel. And like I said, even be it crybaby as I may be, I would actually rather you speak on the matters that you got going on or however you feel, because I can't control shit I don't know.
Then I'm gonna tell you another thing. Niggas is like solutioners. So it be like, all right, let's say I got an issue. And motherfucker be like, oh, talk to me. Talk to me about it. For the fuck what? You ain't finna fix it. You feel what I'm saying? It's my job to fix it. Like, women are more talkers. Y'all want to sit and talk about y'all problems, point blank period. Just in general, pay attention to this. Women like to sit in their sorrows. Let me explain this to you. Say a woman going through a heartbreak or something like that, or just a hard time in general or something like that. She gonna play some of the saddest songs. Point blank period. She gonna watch some of the saddest movies. This and that. Like, why do you want to sit in your sorrow like that?
First of all, that's depressing, and not all women do that.
I'm just saying that's the thing. Point blank period. How many times you seen the bitch get broke bad on, and a motherfucker want to play Mary J. I'm not gonna cry, or some shit in that type of lane. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, come on, man. If you already sad, why you want to hear this bitch make you sad?
That's what I'm saying. Not all women do that.
Yeah, but y'all do that.
There are certain I feel like, look, you get your certain men who gonna do shit like this.
Nah, I ain't did that since I was a child. I remember my first
But that's you.
I was a kid last time I did some shit like that. My first girlfriend broke bad, ran off with my homeboy Marco. He know who he is. We still good today, my nigga. My first girlfriend left me for my boy Marco, and on my mama, I went home that day and I played Anthony Hamilton, Lucille on the radio about 1,100 motherfucking times, nonstop. Sat there and cried all day, and cried about a bitch since then. Telling you, Ben.
See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of men.
Hey, my heartbreak happened back in elementary.
But y'all
I don't need to go through nothing today.
Y'all go through some shit.
I ain't trusted a bitch since then. When you get done, Big Ben. Hey.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, man.
You can't allow one experience to completely take you away from being able to feel.
Why can't I?
That's crazy.
She let me know. Point blank, I might have been 11, 12.
That's 20 years ago.
I could have been 11, 12. Hey, man, shorty showed me these bitches ain't shit when you get through.
That's crazy.
Hey.
So imagine a woman taking that. Like, Ross broke my glasses in 5th grade. Now I don't fucking like.
Got their heart broke when they were 16. They've been hopping dick to dick since then. Point blank period.
Did that make it okay?
No, it don't make it okay. But I ain't. Hey, it make it. You learn a lesson from then.
So you'll never feel again because of an 11-year-old heartbreak.
Don't put nothing past none of these bitches. That's the lesson I learned. The lesson the bitches be learning is, okay, niggas gonna be niggas, so I might as well be a nigga too. You feel what I'm saying?
So how do you establish trust from there? How do you build from there? How do you have something real if you don't allow yourself to feel? You gotta
show me it's real, man. When you get done, my mama.
Over here paying for what's the Lucille is what we'll call her.
Lucille.
How we paying for Lucille's shit from goddamn 2000?
Y'all should have had Lucille in order when you get done.
Damn, Lucille, you done fucked up the church's money.
Yeah, they know the song I'm talking about. You made the fine time to leave, Lucille. Hey, now I'm sitting at the top of the hill. And my heart is broken and I'm all alone, but I don't know how to feel. She been gone away. On my mama, I was a kid.
That's what I'm saying. You were a
10
kid.
years old. On my mama, I played that. On my mama. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anthony Hamilton, Lucille. Look it up on YouTube right now. Y'all hear that song? On my mama. Used to love me, now you want to leave me.
You were 11.
Broke me heart away. On my mama, go play it right now.
You were
one of them ones.
11.
Hey, I felt that heartbreak and heartache type shit.
Lord.
But, affirmation mean a lot.
To women.
Appreciation mean a lot to men. We should show both ways because it's needed.
It
for
is.
mental health and relationships.
Are you being funny?
No, I'm dead. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, it is. Like, just being able to understand that, it's not always both sides. As a woman, it's not always about you. And as a man, it's not always about you. But when you understand that you're in something that you want to thrive, you're going to have to understand that there's a level of compromise that comes with that.
Y'all can tell by what we talking about. This was her episode.
Yeah, but I feel like there's gonna be that contrast. You're gonna have some people who want to hear somebody pop some shit. They gonna hear you for that.
No, for sure.
But and we have certain episodes where we compliment each other. But you ran that threesome episode.
That's because you didn't have.
And that's it. But it wasn't awkward for me. It was definitely interesting hearing about your wild ass.
I'm not wild.
I didn't say.
So
now
I'm so mild mannered. Don't make no sense.
But yeah,
Period.
I don't think I have anything else here.
Man, go check out the music, man. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, whatever y'all listen to music on, man. Kamaal the Goat, Kamaal. Kamaal the Goat on Instagram. Kamaal the Goat on Twitter, I think. It's on everything, man. Just go check it out.
IG, too.
Hit them cash shops. We need to pipe the show up. We're gonna say that every time.
For sure.
Y'all
gonna start to see some aesthetic shifts and things like that.
And share. Y'all know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, Danielle __ Alexandria on everything.
Top.
Yeah.